appeal rejected. Not suitable for most advertisers. So I uploaded my reaction video to Ren's most recent track, and within a few hours I had an email from YouTube saying this. I appealed and it got rejected. And I want to know your thoughts on this. But first, let me show you the real world implication for this. Let's see from this graph if you can guess when YouTube restricted my video. In the first 12 hours, I had 6,829 views. In the subsequent 12 hours, I had an additional 457 views. At the end of day 2, so that's 24 hours after the 7,286 views, I had 7,742 views, meaning I gained 456 views. Yes, in the whole of that day, I had 456 views. And I show you these numbers so you can understand the impact on reach, the impact on who this video may be pushed towards in order for them to watch it. It's the reach that bothers me more, not the ad revenue. And for reference, my High Ren video after 2 days had 14,000 views, my Sick Boy video had 22,000 views, and Tales of Screech, Jenny and Violet was at about 18,000 views. And YouTube's stance on this subject is that YouTube users should not be afraid to speak openly about this topic. However, there are times when content is created that is sensitive and may pose a risk for some users. To protect and support your viewers and other users, please follow the community guidelines. So as creators, we all have community guidelines that we follow, and if we breach those guidelines, then our videos can get removed and we get what's called a strike, or they can be restricted. So YouTube go on to say, in some cases, we may restrict rather than remove the content. So this is what's happened to my video, my Ren reaction video. And it says they might do this if it meets one or more of the following criteria, although this isn't a complete list. Content that is meant to be educational, documentary, scientific or artistic. Content that's in the public interest. Graphic content that is sufficiently blurred. Dramatizations or scripted content, which includes but is not limited to animations, video games, music videos and clips from movies and shows. Detailed discussion of methods, locations and hotspots. And graphic descriptions and content that includes details which may be triggering to at-risk viewers. So those are times where the video might be restricted. So they're not necessarily removed at that point, but they're restricted. So I would guess my video probably fell under the music video caveat there. So instead of my video just being taken down, because it met one of the restriction criteria, then they decided to restrict it instead of removing it completely. So I guess to some degree, it's good that my video didn't get completely removed. But the original Ren music video doesn't seem to be restricted. And I've also had a look at some of the other reactors out there, and they have a decent number of views, so there must have been something that I particularly said that was an issue. Maybe I opened up the conversation more than those other reactors. I'm not really sure. I'd love to hear your opinions on that, why you think it is. And I'm purposely not going to say the S word in this video because I want this video to try and get some reach. I want people to see it. But that's awkward, isn't it? In my Ren reaction, pretty much the entire point of that video was how the S word is taboo and that we really need to get better at opening up that difficult conversation so we can help people better. But here I am now talking about a video that has been so restricted that it's hardly reaching anyone, and I'm making yet another video where I am completely avoiding the word. I'm part of this system. Is it in Sick Boy by Ren, where he's talking about being part of the broken system, but you kind of have to be to move forward in it? And don't worry, I'm not going to shy away from these topics in the future. I'm just being overly cautious with my language in this one particular video that you're watching right now. And something that I wish I had said in my Ren reaction video is that a lot of people distance themselves from having conversations about this subject. And that includes mental health professionals. There's research out there that looks at why mental health professionals don't like asking people they are seeing about this topic. And the number one reason is that they think they are going to put the idea in the other person's mind. and there is no evidence to support that. Worst case scenario, by asking someone about it or talking to them about it, is that it just remains neutral and nothing changes. That's the worst case. Best case is it opens up some space and it facilitates a conversation about it, and it's supportive and it's protective. And secondly, a lot of mental health professionals don't like asking because they don't really know what to do if the person says they have been having those thoughts. That's a lot of responsibility and a lot of uncertainty for that mental health professional to hold on to. And that's really uncomfortable and difficult for them. But given the nature of their job, they should be supported and there should be ways in which they can work with that. And I wonder if that's what's going on with policies such as this, such as YouTube's. Is it a bit of an arse cover? Is there concern it might put the idea in some people's heads? May people whose heads it's already in decide to act on those thoughts because they saw a video like mine on YouTube? So here is my question, and I appreciate this might not be as straightforward as it first appears. Should my Ren reaction video have been age restricted? What do you think? Should under 18s be allowed to watch it? And if you think they should be able to, do you have a cutoff in your mind for an age it wouldn't be suitable for? Bearing in mind, I think the original music track isn't age restricted. Should that have been? How about it not being appropriate for ads? Do you think ad companies should stay away from videos like this? Because that's what YouTube is saying. YouTube is saying that ad companies don't want to show ads on these type of videos. Or should they be more involved in the message and opening up this difficult conversation? Let me know what you think in the comments. Take care.